Literally just taking advantage of a different backdrop. No, I should look there. Hi, I'm Freya's mum. I'm in Traralgon. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you would know that's where my mother-in-law lives. And she's also a knitter. So we have a lovely time together. Right now I'm working on a hat for AKWAK. So this is the larger size kids hat, which actually, so for like 12-year-old, and that would actually fit me, to be honest. So it's kind of like a small adult hat. But it will go to AKWAK for the kids in Syria, in the refugee camps. I'm using Lincraft Cozy Wool, which is a DK, 4mm needles. The pattern is a drops design. I will link it below. Yeah, anyway, having a super lovely time. The hat that I'm currently working on is actually this pattern here. And this is one I finished a couple of weeks ago. Maybe even last week, in the same colours, just opposite. Playing a bit of yarn chicken because I weighed what I have left, but I don't actually know if it's going to work out with the striping and what. I guess we'll see what happens. If I get two really good finished hats with, you know, and it all works out wonderfully, I'll post it all on Instagram and you'll be able to see them both. So there's that. What I actually really wanted to show you was my new purchase. Now, if you've seen previous videos, you would know that, again, if you've seen previous videos, why don't you go and watch one of my previous videos and you will learn about a beautiful little yarn store in Rosedale, Victoria, which is part of Gippsland. It's called Cotton and Yarn Craft in the main street of Rosedale, and they have things you might not even find in any other yarn store, I reckon. Check out the online store if you don't believe me. Check out my other video where I peruse the whole store before going and having a chat with some other Gippsland knitters. Yeah, anyway, what did I buy? Something that was super on special, and quite a bit of it. This is Noro Taiyo, and it's a cotton silk wool polyamide. I should know that. So 40% cotton, 30% silk. 15% wool, 15% polyamide. Noro. The colourway just says colour 130. It's got quite a lot going on for it. Here's another version of it with the brown on the outside, so plenty of colour. They've even got a mustard snuck in there. I have 9 of these. They're 200 metres each, so quite a bit to play with. 100-gram balls. $100 worth of this stuff was paid for by my mother-in-law because she got me a birthday voucher. And because it was on sale, $14.40 a ball each, 40% off, the total cost for 9 was only $125-ish. So I'm pretty pleased with that. What am I going to make? Well, I did start perusing Ravelry to work that out. Hi. I did start perusing Ravelry to try and work that out. Let's just have a little scroll through. You can see what I found and I'll have a chat to you about it as I go. So in Ravelry, I've put the Noro Taiyo Aran weight and a few other parameters. I just want to look at sweaters, and I've got quite a bit of meterage or yardage, but I did put in the parameter for that. I also like to always look at photos, and I'm happy to knit or crochet. I've extracted more specific ones. So this is the Mystic Square. The pattern is by James N. Watts. This is just one Ravelry user's version. And then I've got another one here. So that's the same jumper we just looked at, different colorway. I quite like it, it's cute. This craftdan caught my style. Looks like it's done from left to right or right to left. I thought that looked nice. This is another sweater, although I might not choose this because it's in an actual pattern book, not online. This is actually a pattern by Noro. Super cute. Don't know if I can carry it off, however. Not saying I'm not cute, but I don't know about the caping neckline on me and droopy sleeves. a sloping hem boat neck could be good. And then I've got the Queen Street sweater. It looks a bit funny there, but it's actually got a double pocket in the front. Don't know how I feel about it. I like it, but not sort of convinced. Then this is the Mitered Magic by Amy Paulson, and it's kind of cute. I love the sleeves. I don't know if I would want it as fitted as that. Gosh, she's rocking it, isn't she? Probably want it a bit shorter as well. So that's all of those. So here are the actual designers listings for the ones that I particularly like. So this is the square top. There's something really funky about it. You know, I think all the versions that are coming up here are really quite cute, and it seems to work in any of the colorways. This is the one, this is actually one published in Noro magazine. I don't mind paying for a pattern, that is absolutely fine. I do source a lot of free patterns, whether from Ravelry or elsewhere, and I don't mind paying. And then of course the Mitered Magic, that's quite striking, that colourway. Again, I don't know if you could do that in a shorter version. I don't think you could. And that would actually, I feel like that would be a bit long for me. I love the sleeves though. Definitely erring towards oh, look at all the sizes it's got. It's got so many sizes available. Mystic Square. So I'm definitely leaning towards James N. Watts's Mystic Square. I just think there's something a bit funky about it. It's slightly cropped, which I have a really short torso, so it's probably going to be like regular size on me. And it looks like a bit of a different project, you know, without having bought the pattern just yet. It looks like something I've never done before, so yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Now, of course, a trip to Traralgon would not be complete without a visit to the local op shops. The little cute op shops weren't open, but Salvos and Vinnie's did provide. Nothing really at Vinnie's at the moment, but from the Salvos, I managed to acquire, gosh, I don't know how old it is. Can you see that label? So, Bendigo Woolen Mills. I'd say it's just a wool fingering. But anyway, $2. Can't go wrong with that. And I got a few cottons that were 50 cents each. Cottons or blends. Pink, a purple and a green. This is Spotlight's, their version of pure wool. Again, 50 cents. 3 balls of Yana, which is a wool acrylic alpaca blend. And I've actually designed a hat in this particular yarn. A grey, I did a grey version for me and a red version for Freya. And one day I will print the pattern and share the pattern with the world when I get around to it. But I was happy to score that because it means I can use that to either make a how-to video or do other photos or other colorways or yeah, whatever. There's definitely enough to do the hat in those 3 little 50-cent balls. Hello, darling. Do you want to pop your head in and say hello? Oh, hi, it's Freya. I won't tell her that I'm going to blur out her head or put like a subscribe sign over her face. So I have acquired some more yarn, but again, this was donated to AKWAK. So I have to use it for AKWAK projects because that is honest and good in how you do it. There's some 8-ply Bendigo Woolen Mills cotton. 1 of those and then 2 of these. So I am going to make some little toys for AKWAK because not only do they collect warm things to wear, jumpers, hats, mittens, socks, they often package them together with like a toy for each set of clothing. I'm thinking of doing the Sleepy Doll in crocheted cotton and getting them to be as small as I can, which if I use a 2.5mm hook would probably be, what's that, 15 centimeters or so. I think that would actually work out nicely. There were a couple of other cottons as well that I could incorporate in that project. And then if I want to do something even smaller, there's some 4-ply cottons here as well. So again, I'd go even smaller, because I like to do toys for some of the older kids that would actually fit in a pocket. Big toys for the babies and little toys for the big kids. Even when I'm in between projects, I've got lots of other projects to continue with, because I still have to do the blanket I talked about in my last video, which I'm mulling over still, like, you know, the cogs are working. Don't quite know what I'm going to do yet. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get back to it. This hat ain't gonna knit itself. Oh gosh, I nearly dropped a stitch. How good is Magic Loop, by the way? Ah! What else can I talk about? I find it hard to actually full on chat and knit, don't you?